I'm going to explore the topic of, do you have a business mindset? You are the CEO of you. You are your number one shareholder. And what sort of a job are you doing? Your future self is going to look back and go, wow, fantastic, you're a great CEO. You really managed the money well and you took care of me, your number one shareholder. Well done, you. Or is it going to look back at you and go, what the? Interesting, huh? Money mindset is where it starts, and it's amazing how subtle little things happen along your life's journey. And I'll just give you an example of one. I went to a public school, and this day subtractions, the exercise in subtractions was being done. And the teacher said, okay, you've got 5 apples. You give away 2 apples. How many apples do you have left? And of course, it's 3. Now, my younger brother, who's 13 years my junior, went to a private boys' school, and he had a similar subtraction exercise to go through, but it went more like this. You have 5 businesses. You sell 3 businesses. How many do you have left? Same exercise in terms of subtractions, but vastly different, subtle but profoundly different in terms of mindset. So the first question to ask, of course, is, do you have an Apple mindset around money or a business mindset around money? I've created 4 definitions, and it's a perfect segue into this. And it really starts with base. Financial roundabout. The more I earn, the more I spend, the more I need. The more I earn, the more I spend, the more I need. Certainly many of my clients related to that initially when I spoke with them. We can transition from there. This is a process like anything in life. It's a process. We can transition from there to then being financially self-sufficient. Means that our salary, wages, income from our work, our acting, our writing of books, wherever we generate our income from, covers our expenses. Also, so the fixed expenses, also discretionary expenses like our entertainment, etc., and holidays. And so we have some treats, can take care of ourselves, and we have a little bit extra for treats. The next transition is into financial wellness. So this is where the income generated covers all the bills, fixed and discretionary, has some money put aside for treats and holidays, but also some money being put aside for investment, for future self. And what that is beginning to set up is the ability to generate some passive income. So it's not just you at work, which is active income, generating revenue and income, but also you're starting the process of creating passive income down the track. Then the next transition is passive income, is through passive income generating financial freedom, where that passive income covers all your costs, covers your treats and holidays, and also continues to build on your portfolio of assets. That means that you have complete flexibility to stop work if you want. You're not going to be reliant on your work, not reliant on anyone else, and you're not reliant on the government. To have that complete freedom to choose if you work or if you don't work. So where do we start, and can we make the transition from the financial roundabout through to financial freedom? I believe we can. And the that we start at is asking the question, so where am I now on Jan's financial continuum? Where do I sit right now? Am I on the financial roundabout, or am I self-sufficient, or am I into financial wellness? The next question is, am I being responsible? And the word responsible purely means the ability to respond. Do I treat myself as a company? Do I have that business mindset? And if we look at a company, the structure of a company is that it has income coming in, it has costs going out, and what's left over is profit. So are you at that stage where you're generating profit? And then what do we do with that profit? A company would reinvest in itself to do further to expand and grow, and it does that for the benefit of its shareholders, for the benefit of its employees, for the benefit of the owners. So by investing in itself for growth, for future growth, it can achieve all those things. And also it can distribute profit to existing shareholders, people that have invested in the company. So we invest first in the company for future growth and development, and then we look at distributing via dividends to the shareholder. I want us to then overlay that by going, okay, I've got income, I know what my costs are, I have now either identified that I've not got a profit, or identified that I have got a profit. Let's deal with the not got a profit first. I would implore you, I read a book many years ago called The Richest Man in Babylon, probably 40 years ago. The whole premise of that, the whole thesis of that is you pay yourself first 10 to 20%. And if you do that from the very first day you start earning money, there's no way that you cannot be a multi-millionaire by the time you retire. Unfortunately, most of us don't do that. But let's start doing it now. And of course, the very first thing I know you're going to say, but Jan, how can I do that when I'm on the financial roundabout and I have no profit? Well, I can assure you it's got nothing to do with the money, and let me give you an example of that. If you had experienced in the past pay rise of say 5%, did you all of a sudden notice that your bank account, your savings account had increased by 5%? I bet you it didn't, because it's not about the money. It's what we do with it. It's our behavior around it, it's our attitude around it, and it's what we're committed to changing in our lives. So let's get back then to, okay, now you've got a little bit of profit. We're going to invest in future self to ensure that your future self will look back and go, well done. You get to choose where you want to be in the future. There's absolutely no reason why every one of us can't make the transition from financial roundabout through to financial freedom. Doesn't mean that you've got to stop work if you are able to meet all your expenses and treats and fun through passive income. I certainly have no intention of not working in my life, but you get to choose. And maybe financial freedom, having all your expenses met by passive income, isn't going to appeal to you. There's no right or wrong here. You are creating your own financial future the way that you want to do it. But there is the active word. You choose where you want to end up financially, and it's part of my purpose on this planet to help you do that. I've been in financial services industry for over 40 years, and a lot of work that I've done with clients is predominantly starting with their business attitude, addressing that, changing that. You know, you can make excuses or you can have successes, but you can't have both. You get to choose which one and how you want to be. I have the energy, the knowledge, the experience, the passion to help you be your number one CEO and your number one shareholder. I want you to be your best CEO with your future self, the intention for your future self to be financially exactly the way you want them to be. And how do I do that? I first of all do that through examining any money blocks or negative sabotaging money beliefs. And how I do that as a clinical hypnotherapy therapist and also an RTT practitioner, I'm able to access those beliefs and change them. RTT stands for Rapid Transformational Therapy. It was created by Marissa Peer, and it's a combination of the most effective principles of the following modalities of NLP, which I have a Master Cert in as well, of hypnotherapy, psychotherapy, CBT, and other strategies and tools that Marissa has created to be able to affect change. I love helping people help themselves. I love helping people be the change that they want to be in their lives.